With Jesse Simonton, Brent Hubbs, VolQuest.com. We've got rain, we've got a rainbow, we've got football practice, we've got Florida, we've got a bowl game. Tennessee officially here getting started this afternoon. Jeremy Pruitt met with the media before practice, and then we went out and watched practice. He says Brandon Kennedy will be a game-time decision. We saw Brandon Kennedy do a lot more in just a few minutes here than we've seen him do since Tennessee played Vanderbilt.
Certainly a lot more than I expected, especially just with kind of the rumblings coming out of Knoxville. But, I mean, Kennedy was taking first-team reps when they were doing not even just indie work, but they were doing some kind of quick tempo screen work. He was out there every single rep with Trey Smith at left guard and Wande Morris at left tackle. When they rotated in the second team offensive line, it was Jerome Carvin taking the reps at center. Interestingly, Ollie Lane getting some reps with a third-team center over Riley Locklear. But the fact that BK getting the knee scope, the word again, kind of before the holidays seemed to be,
out.
That he was not gonna play. They were doing everything they could to get Jerome Carvin ready. Now that looks like, that could be in question, and it's going to be something for us to watch here over the next 3 or 4 days.
No doubt. Well, Tennessee will practice tomorrow. We get a chance to watch part of that. The other thing I noticed offensively, Jerry Garantano's hand is as free as it's been. Now, I know that's not
got it in my notes.
It's his non-throwing hand, but clearly there's more comfort there has to be.
Yeah, I mean, being up close to him today, it looked like all he had on was just his wrist was taped, and he was wearing just a normal football glove. I thought the tempo overall for these guys, coming back after the holidays, they worked out in Knoxville for 2 days, made the trip up yesterday. Good tempo. You got a bunch of guys clearly that are, I think healthier than they have been at the end of the season. Your Darnell Wrights, your Wande Morris is still rocking the big ankle tape, but seemed fine. Meeting with Jeremy, first time we met with him since the first early signing period, he didn't exactly have a whole lot to say, but notably everybody's here, and that's not always the case at a lot of these bowl games. Terrell Middleton's out there practicing. You've seen some of the other injured players out there getting some work in too.
Yeah, a healthy football team, clearly an excited football team. There was energy for sure out there. Any final takeaway from Tennessee's brief? We'll talk to players after practice, but as Tennessee works behind us, any other quick takeaways?
I thought, I think there's an urgency with this team, with this group, and you could tell a guy like Will Friend, even though his unit, I think, has shown real improvement. They obviously lost a couple bodies at the end of the season, so they're a bit shorthanded. He was really kind of preaching energy and tempo today. He was not particularly pleased with that group at the beginning of practice, seemed a little bit better at the end. I think you're going to see that kind of be a universal theme from all the position coaches over the next 3 days in Florida.
Of course, Javon Jennings not going to play in the first half of this game, not slowing down his enthusiasm as he was leading his wide receiver group as well. We'll have plenty more coverage from Jacksonville, but that's going to do it for this quick 2-minute drill from Jesse Simonton. I'm Brent Hubbs, VolQuest.com.